I think we're live. Um, so tonight we are going to be playing Nancy Drew and the Tomb of the Lost Queen. But I thought we could start things a little bit different, more chatty tonight. Um, I wanted to show y'all a couple of motivational videos that I saw recently. Um, because especially if you're a perfectionist or if you have fear of failure, it can be really hard to start streaming or making YouTube videos or doing art, whatever it is that you love to do. And so I thought I would show you guys this interesting, it's a really short interview with Willem Dafoe that that I really liked and that kind of is helping me to embrace that fear of failure. So, going to bring that up now to show y'all.
I wonder if you're hard on yourself, like if you've learned to be more or less judgmental as you've gone through this career, because I would think as an actor, it just invites self-criticism if you're not careful.
I think I am, but maybe less so because, you see rhythms of failure and success and appreciation and rejection and all that. And you want things to go well, but you survive things. And I think it makes you a little easier and a little bit like, I always like this idea of trying to fail.
What do you mean?
Just think about that. Like if try to make a bad painting, try to act badly, try to be lousy in that scene. It's interesting. It kind of puts the idea of striving for perfection on, it does something.
Yeah. In other words,
So
maybe try really hard to fail and then watch playback and go, that was interesting, right?
Or you've got to find ways to let you not worry and be free, That's all. And if once again, we're talking triggers, if you're content to fail or you accept it somewhere, and I only mention this because you talk about being hard on yourself, because the idea of being hard on yourself is kicking yourself for not doing better, not doing better, not doing better. So you got to deal with this striving impulse, which can hurt you, You need enough to get you in movement and get you trying things, but you don't need so much that it suffocates you, that you're uptight. So I'm just saying, sometimes I flirt with ideas of fucking things up or not being hard on myself, or,
I mean, that's a brave statement, I think, and it's also, to put that into practice takes some confidence.
Well, also you put yourself in situations where you can't control things.
Right. Well, that's the life of an actor, right?
A little bit, yeah. And that's why, people say, that's so risky. It's only risky if it's not risky, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only risky if it's not risky, meaning...
If it's a real risk, you're trying something.
Right.
Something will happen, something will be learned. It's risky. If you know what it is, it's absolutely controlled. That's what'll kill you, creatively.
Yeah, I love, well, first of all, I love Willem Dafoe. I think he's an incredible actor. And he's been doing this now for, 30, 40 years? Which is insane. But I think that a lot of us that try to create and want to be creative deal with this a lot, right? Imposter syndrome is huge. You just always wonder, or you're always thinking, oh, one day I'm gonna be found out, right? One day people are gonna say, see, she didn't really belong. And it's interesting because I saw an interview with Gary Oldman, who is probably, if not my favorite actor, one of the top 5 or 3, honestly. And he was saying that he turns down more roles than he accepts because of that. because he always thinks, oh, I know this actor would be perfect for the part. They would be better than me. And those of you that have watched Gary Oldman and are a fan of his, that just, it blew my mind. Because here's this man who has such a God-given talent and ability. And obviously he's trained, he's worked at it. But he's one of the best actors of all time, especially character acting. I mean, look at The Fifth Element, Dracula, Lost in Space. He played Winston Churchill. I mean, he transforms himself so beautifully. And the fact that this person with so much talent has imposter syndrome and feels like he's going to fail all the time shows that that's such a common thing that we all share. And I love this idea of what Willem is saying here, of almost like embracing that failure and maybe trying to fail in a sense, like to free yourself up from always being so afraid that you're going to tumble and mess up. And another thing to consider as well is you're not going to get better if you don't fail. If you look at failure as a way to improve and to grow and to just be better, then it's like, okay, so failure can actually be useful and failure can actually be good and something not necessarily to fear, but maybe to welcome as a training tool. There's another video as well that I saw from Jonathan Briscoe. I'm not familiar. This is the first video of his I've ever seen. And it really helped to light a fire under me to start streaming and to start creating again and to do things on YouTube as well. So let me bring that up so y'all can see it.
Yo, you've consumed enough. You scrolled through enough advice, heard enough sermons, listened to enough podcasts about healing, growth, and purpose. You did enough. But now God is looking at you like, my child, when you gonna move? You see, too much consumption without creation turns into paralysis. You overfed on inspiration, but starving in execution. You full of ideas, but still empty on action. And I get it because I was there. Waking up every day watching everybody else live out their dreams, but mine stays stuck in my head because I thought learning was enough. But see, the truth is this. It's time to create. It's time to build. It's time to finally put our hands to the thing God been nudging you to do for years. Let me give you some scripture that hits different right now. Ecclesiastes 11 verses 4. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. Translation, if you wait for the perfect moment, you gonna wait forever. You keep watching everybody else create the life you wish you had, but your phone got 800 notes of ideas you ain't touched. Your journal got callings written in it that you closed and forgot. Your prayers been full of, God, show me the way, and God's like, I already did. I showed you in that idea, and you decided to ignore. Listen, God gave you the seed, but he's not gonna plant it for you. You asking God for harvest, but you ain't even sweating yet. You want elevation, but you ain't even in position. See, consuming feels safe. It makes you feel like you're making progress, but real progress, that happens when you risk looking crazy. When you put that first video out and your voice is shaking. When you launch that brand and only 2 people buy it. When you start building the thing God told you to, even when no one's clapping yet. See, you keep waiting for applause to begin, but some of your greatest breakthroughs come in silence. When it's just you. When it's just you, God, and your grind. And look, you keep saying I'm not ready, but let me tell you, God don't anoint the ready. He anoints the willing. He ain't asking you to be perfect. He's asking for movement. There's something in your heart that keeps burning, a vision that won't go away. And you think that's random? That's divine. And you know what I realized? We were made in his image, and he's a creator. So if you ain't creating, you ain't operating in your divine identity. Look around, everything you admire, somebody created it. That podcast that you listen to, somebody recorded it scared. That brand that you love, somebody built it broke. That sermon that saved your life, somebody preached it after fighting depression. See, the world needs what God put inside of you, but it can't be consumed if it's never created. You out here waiting on confidence, but confidence is born in consistency. You want clarity? Start walking. God don't give you the step 7 if you ain't even take step 1. And stop thinking it's gotta be all big. Start small. One video, one chapter, one product, one email, one yes from you can shift your whole life. Because the truth is, you've been a student for far too long. God's saying, now teach. You've been healed long enough. God's saying, now help others heal. You've been inspired long enough. God's saying, now inspire. Stop asking for a sign. You the sign. You the voice in ministry. Your story is the blueprint. Your scars are the strategy. And your pain, that's the power. You see, the enemy don't care how much you consume. As long as you never create, he's happy. Because once you start creating, you shift the room. You shake the culture. You bring light into dark spaces. You worried if people gonna like it. Forget people. This ain't about likes. This about legacy. So I need you to wake up tomorrow and start moving. Record that video. Post that message. Write that script. Start that business. Drop that testimony. Build what you said you would. Don't let fear of judgment kill your calling. Don't let fear of failing stop your flow. God can work with failure, but he can't work with nothing. You consumed enough. Now it's time to build. Create like your life depends on it, because somebody's healing does. Somebody's breakthrough depends on your obedience. You don't need a stage. You need to start. And when you do, watch how heaven moves. All right, so let's talk about that fear. Because even after you feel all that motivation, you still gonna hear that little voice like, but what if I fail? What if nobody watches? What if I'm not good enough? Let me keep it real with you. You gotta do it scared. See, fear don't mean stop. Fear just means you're stepping into a new territory. And every time you do something new, your mind gonna try to protect you from the unknown. But guess what? That unknown is where destiny lives. The unknown is where the next level was hiding. And fear is just the toll you pay to enter. See, you think I wasn't scared posting my first video? I was sweating, overthinking, hitting delete 15 times, but I did it scared. And now people get blessed off of what I almost buried. You gotta learn how to move while you're shaking. Tears in your eyes, move. Doubt in your chest, move. Imposter syndrome loud, move anyway. Because here's the truth. God don't wait on your confidence. He honors your obedience. You want a strategy? I'll give you one right now. Step 1, lower the bar. Stop thinking your first video gotta change the world. It don't. It just gotta change you. It's just proof to God that you're willing to show up with the little that you got. Step 2, embrace cringe. Oh, this is a big one. You're gonna be awkward. You gonna ramble. You might hate the way your voice sound. That's fine. You ain't building perfection. You building momentum. Step 3, schedule that fear. That's right. Put it on calendar. Tuesday at 6 p.m., I'm posting this video. You take the fear out of your emotions and you put it in your routine. And when it's on the schedule, you ain't got time to talk yourself out of it. And step 4, talk to yourself like you would your best friend. You wouldn't let your homie give up over fear. So why would you let you? You better hype yourself up. You better pray out loud. You better remind yourself, I'm chosen, I'm called, I'm qualified by God. And step 5, remember who you are doing it for. If it was just about you, then fear might win. But this ain't just about you. It's about the version of you that your future family needs. It's about the person who's praying for a sign and you out here scared to post what God gave you. So yeah, be scared, but still speak, still show up, still create, still press post, still build, still move. The bravest thing you'll ever do is start. And once you start, God gonna start showing off. Fear is real, but it ain't bigger than favor. Do it scared. And watch how fear turns into fire. Let's go. Let's get it. You got this. Peace.
2 Timothy 1:7, for the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Psalm 56:3, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. Oh my goodness. Man, there's so much there that is so true. He starts talking about you've consumed enough, and that somehow when you're creative, that the act of consuming art and consuming content can make you feel as if you're doing it even though you aren't, and I relate to that so much. I watch so much YouTube, and now that I'm doing Twitch, I've been participating a lot more in different creators' streams and things, and it's like, watching it all is great, but if you want to create, you gotta start doing it. And the other thing is, he said, you know, are you the kind of person who's always praying to God, show me the way, show me what I need to do, show me the path? Yes, all the time. And then he goes, you know, God's already shown you the path, you need to take action now. I'm like, you know what? Yes, that is so true. And I'm that person. In my phone, on my notes app, I have so many ideas for things I want to create and things I want to do. And it feels good to write them down. It feels like you're taking some sort of a step, and it is 100%. But at some point, you have to actually put it into action. And every single person watching this, whether here live or on YouTube later, every one of us has a voice. Every one of us has something to say. Even if you may not feel that way. Even if you feel small. You have something to say. You have something to contribute to this world. And if that is something, being a creator of some kind, you owe it to yourself to start. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter the color of your skin, any of that. It just matters that you start, and that it's okay. Like, this is something I've really been learning a lot about. Everyone starts scared. I would say on the most part. I'm sure there's the rare person out there who's like, oh yeah, I'm confident, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be great, and it is. But I think for most of us, we you know, sitting here talking, especially if in the beginning, right? I'm in my beginning stages. It's been a week. It's been a week since I started streaming. And yeah, there are times I sit here and it can feel awkward in my head. I'm like, oh, I just need to talk, and I'm talking, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and how is it coming across? And you kind of start to, especially, oh my goodness, if you're an overthinker, boy, it can be a struggle to try to calm that, and to try to sift through it, and to decide what to focus on and what not to focus on. Because it is good to have criticism, again, so we can grow and get better, but it's not helpful. You have to figure out the thoughts in your head that are actually helpful versus hurtful, you know? Same with, you know, if you get comments on YouTube or Twitch or elsewhere, and you have to decide, is that a valid comment or not? But if you stay true to yourself and people say things and you know it's not true, then you can just let it go. The same if you have a thought that's like, oh, I should just turn this off, I'm horrible, I shouldn't even be trying this. You just have to push through it, and it can be so rewarding. Because, hi Frozen Cassock, welcome. So, since I started this, and I know I've only been doing this a week, I feel so much happier because I feel like I'm doing what I need to be doing and what I should have been doing for a long time. So that's why, at the end of my streams, I always say, it's never too late to start. If this is what you want to do, do it. Because you will, if it's what you're meant to do, you will feel so much happier regardless if you have 1 viewer or 100. It'll just feel right, and you'll feel like you're in your purpose. So good speech. I was listening. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I was just really thinking about things and just wanted to share some motivational stuff because I know how hard. I mean, I think that the majority of us on Twitch are wanting to be creators and artists, and I didn't just start this for me. To be honest, I started it because I wanted, because I am older. I'm not gonna say my exact age, but I am an older. I think a lot of people who start Twitch are in their teens or 20s and things like that. And I just was like, I just want to let people know that it doesn't matter. You can start anytime. It's just important that you do. So, anyway, I think that's enough of that. By the way, I did check out Sanitarium. Yes. Yeah, it looks really interesting. I saw LGR, Lazy Game Reviews, did a review of it. It looks really interesting. I have it on my, is it called a wish list? Yeah, on Steam. So I definitely, the next time I have some more spending money, I definitely think I want to get it. Also, I was going to ask you, which Vampire Masquerade, because, can I bring up Steam, or is it going to try to update again? Because when I typed that in, tons of games came up. Apparently, I guess it's like a series. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, well, thank you. Is my Steam not going to come up? Where? Hang on. I need a Kleenex. I'm gonna tilt my head out of the way. I didn't mean to get emotional. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so my Steam isn't coming up. Bloodlines 1. Okay, perfect, because I saw that there was a Bloodlines 1 and 2. Gotcha. Okay. Because it looks interesting. I mean, just about any vampire anything I'm into. Okay, so we're doing Nancy Drew. Let me get that up here.
Dare to play.
Yay! Oh, fun. I haven't played this in a while. We're definitely doing Amateur Sleuth. I am not doing the other.
60 years ago, a violent sandstorm uncovered an ancient tomb in the desert outside Cairo. A British expedition set off in hope of finally finding Egypt's legendary lost queen. The expedition never returned. The explorers were lost, presumed dead. For 60 years, the grisly tale of the cursed team remained the only proof of the tomb's existence. John, are you okay?
Somebody call Pyro! Call a doctor!
Don't move. Help is on the way.
Nancy, what have I missed?
A lot, actually. The crew left after the storm. They kept talking about the old team that disappeared, and then they were gone. Oh, who cares? I'm just glad you're okay.
About that,
What?
the docs here say there's reason to believe I was attacked. Nancy, you're the only one I can trust now. I need you to be my eyes and ears until I can get out of here.
But I just came here to job shadow you. Are you sure? Will you be coming back?
As soon as they release me. Until then, keep me updated on what you're seeing. I've got some notes in my bunk area. Get caught up to speed. Keep everything you find between you and me. The less you seem to know, the safer you'll be.
Got it. I'll see if I can prove whose tomb this is and find out who attacked you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, no, it's no, it doesn't sound rude to me at all. Yeah, so I wanted ideally to do multi-streaming on both Twitch and YouTube and potentially Kick maybe at some point. The problem is my internet is not the best, and I know for YouTube you need quite a lot. I mean, even here on Twitch, it still can lag for me sometimes. I can try. I mean, I definitely am open to experimenting with it. Maybe one night and seeing how it goes. Yeah, I know. See, that's the thing with Twitch that is very... Oh, I guess I ate the candy bar. That's really frustrating is that it's based, you know, obviously on the view count, so you're all the way at the bottom and then it goes up, which is why I also post these streams on YouTube, and I always say, you know, come check me out on Twitch, and to try to bring more people in. And I know Instagram and TikTok can be really helpful, but I don't use TikTok. But I'm open to it. I want to just go at a nice pace, not necessarily rush things. But yes, I may try streaming on YouTube one night and seeing what happens. Let's see, how to read Egyptian hieroglyphs. Egyptian hieroglyphs are one of the oldest writing systems in the world, dating back to before 3000 BC. Hieroglyphs, which means sacred inscriptions in Greek, were used mainly for inscriptions in temples and tombs. There are three basic groups of signs: phonograms, ideograms, and determinatives. Phonograms are sound signs, or signs that represent a sound like the letters in the English alphabet. Unlike our modern alphabet, an individual phonogram could also represent 2 or 3 sounds. Single sound signs are known as uniliterals. 2 sound signs such as PR are biliteral, and 3 sound signs such as WSR are triliterals. Ideograms or sense signs represent the actual object depicted. Okay. Alright, so this is gonna... Okay, so there's a lot of reading. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you listen to all of that. Okay, because I know this is gonna come into play later.
Great! I could use this to translate
yes.
the hieroglyphs.
Okay. The Lost Queens of Egypt by Professor Beatrice Hotchkiss. Dear Mandy, so I don't, if you've never played Nancy Drew before, this character, Professor Beatrice Hotchkiss, she never remembers people's names, so she always calls you something different. So instead of Nancy, it says Mandy. You were so keen on my book about Marie Antoinette. I know you'd enjoy my latest work about these magnificent women. If you'd ever like to learn more, I do love to talk about them. Beatrice Hotchkiss, and I believe that phone number automatically saves in our phone. Ooh. Yeah, this game's gonna have a lot of reading in it, which I personally enjoy, especially when it has anything to do with ancient Egypt. I love ancient Egypt and archaeology in general. And Nancy Drew has a couple of really good games in that category. Hatshepsut, New Kingdom, 18th Dynasty, ruled 1473 to 1458 BC. Of course, this is her cartouche here. And the interesting thing about hieroglyphics is you read them according to which way they're facing, which could have been any direction. It could also have been left to right, right to left, and up and down. So, I don't know why it was that way, but I mean, it certainly makes reading and translating it very interesting. Hatshepsut was one of the most important female figures in ancient Egypt. She helped her husband, Thutmose II, rule Egypt. Upon the death of Thutmose II, with their heir Thutmose III, only 9 years old, Hatshepsut stepped in as regent and soon declared herself pharaoh of Egypt. For nearly 20 years she ruled alone as the pharaoh, even adopting the traditional male garb of rulers, including the false beard. Her rule was one of peace and prosperity. After her mysterious death, Thutmose III spent years removing Hatshepsut's name and image from the records. This is all true. Her mummy disappeared for millennia and has only recently been identified as possibly being the female mummy from KV 60. Trying to remember if that's been full. What just happened? Ah! Oh, okay, I think we're alright. Okay. I swear, it's not a stream. If nothing weird happens, I swear. It's a rite of passage. Like, something has to go wrong at least once. Okay. Tai, New Kingdom, 18th Dynasty, Chief Queen, 1382 to 1344. Was she married? Yes, isn't this King Tut's mom? I believe so. The great royal wife of Amenhotep III. Queen Tai was praised for her beauty. Amenhotep created scarabs commemorating their marriage in her honor. She is one of the few queens in all of Egypt who had a temple devoted to her during her lifetime. While she held great power during her lifetime and was frequently depicted sitting beside her husband as an equal, it was her son, Amenhotep IV, who provided her greatest legacy. Yes. Shortly after his ascension to the throne, he changed his name to Akhenaten and introduced a shocking change, monotheistic religion of Aten. So a lot of times pharaohs would put in their... So they had their name, and then when they became pharaoh, they would frequently change the name. And when he decided to create a monotheistic religion, Aten was the sun disk god that they worshipped, and it was known as the Amarna period in Egypt, and the artwork from that period is super different and super interesting. And if you've ever seen the show Ancient Aliens, they tried to say that his likeness is that of an alien and that he was really an alien. Listen, I don't know. That show has made some crazy claims about a lot of things. I guess that's why it's so popular. But anyway, Tai continued as a royal advisor during her son's reign until her death. The elder woman mummy from KV 35 is believed, but not conclusively confirmed, to be that of Queen Tai. Oh, so she's the grandmother of King Tut. I misread this. So Akhenaten was her son. Okay, got it. Nefertiti. Kind of thinking if I want to share this story. Well, now that I've said it, I guess I will. When I was in high school, we had to write a paper about, I think, a historical figure, and I wanted to write a paper about her. And when I walked up to my teacher, instead of saying, "Can I write a paper on Nefertiti?" I said Nefertiti, and I didn't do it on purpose. And then people started giggling, and I said, "I am so sorry. That came out wrong. I promise. I did not do that on purpose." But she was cool. She realized it was a mistake. So anyway, but I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, New Kingdom, 18th Dynasty, Chief Queen. Her cartouche is very complicated. I wish I could read them, but unfortunately. I'm glad you found that funny, because Lord, I went to a private school, a Christian private school, so yeah, so that was even more like, what did you say? Like, I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. Immortalized in one of the most famous pieces of Egyptian art, the bust of Nefertiti remains a standard for beauty today and a lasting legacy of one of the most powerful queens of ancient Egypt. Her name means the beautiful one has come. My goodness! That's kind of amazing. Ruling alongside her husband, Pharaoh Akhenaten. That was his wife. She ushered in a one-god religion worshipping the sun disk god Aten. Nefertiti played an unprecedented role in the new religion and was depicted as the feminine aspect of the god. She was also the stepmother of Tutankhamun, the boy king, King Tut. After the 14th year of Akhenaten's rule, no more mention of Nefertiti is made. What happened to her is unknown, though various theories for her disappearance exist. These include an early death, natural or not. Did change her name to Smenkhare, I think is how one pronounces that, and ruling briefly as a man after Akhenaten's death. Her mummy has never been found. There's a lot of theories around Akhenaten that he was probably assassinated because the priest class of Egypt was very powerful, and the fact that he wanted a one-god religion. And these priests at these different cities would have, like, Horus or Anubis or Set, right? And they would be like little rulers of their own domain. And so when that happened, the priest class was kind of put out of business and out of power. So the theory is they assassinated him. King Tut was only, 12? He might have been a little older when he came to the throne, and so, and they were able to manipulate him and say, hey, can we put things back how they were before? We'll let you stay on the throne. He doesn't want to die, so. Just a little factoid. Okay, so this is who we're really interested in here. Nefertari, New Kingdom, 19th Dynasty, Chief Queen, 1279 to 1255. Nefertari, not to be confused with Nefertiti, was the favored wife of the great pharaoh Ramses II. During his long reign, Ramses had many principal wives, but Nefertari was his first and best-loved queen. She and Queen Tiye were the only queens to be deified while they were still alive. Oh. The small temple at Abu Simbel was built to honor her and the goddess Hathor. The statues of Nefertari on the temple's facade are the same height as those of Ramses, indicating her high status. Ramses also built her a tomb in the Valley of the Queens. This tomb is one of the best preserved today, and the vivid colors of the paintings within still grace the walls. When the tomb was rediscovered in 1904, it was found to have already been visited by tomb raiders. Yes. Of the items originally placed within to accompany Nefertari in the afterlife, only a portion of a mummy and a few broken pieces remained. Yes, a portion. That's putting it mildly. Kneecaps. That's all they found were kneecaps. I don't know the logistics of how that could have happened, because these bodies are wrapped in linen. And of course the kneecaps are inside the body. So how kneecaps were left behind, I have no idea. Cleopatra, yes, who was Greek, Macedonian Greek. Ptolemaic Dynasty, 51 to 30 BC. The last ruling pharaoh of ancient Egypt was not only a woman, but also one of the most famous names in history, Cleopatra. Born of the Macedonian Ptolemy line, Cleopatra VII was 17 when she gained the throne. Well known for her intelligence, she was the only Ptolemaic pharaoh to speak Egyptian, which is insane to me. Cleopatra did not sit idly by when she was overthrown by her younger brother. Her rise back to power is legendary, from smuggling herself into Julius Caesar's presence, wrapped up in a rug, to her suicide after Mark Antony's death. Upon her death, her body was to be buried with Mark Antony's. Her tomb has not been conclusively found. Okay. That's a lot of reading already in the beginning. So, which, like I said, I enjoy that. I mean, I like the history
I
component.
bet someone would play this game with me.
Oh, we have our checklist. We literally have done none of these things. Awesome. Ah, there she is.
Nancy, you decided to stay?
Of course.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Look, this is awkward.
What's that?
Professor Boyle is gone, and I have to say this to keep things from getting awkward, but look, I'm assuming authority in the time being.
Are you sure everyone here agrees to that?
I just meant the American team, which is just you.
I can take care of myself, Lily.
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but can you take care of a site that's thousands of years old? I'll answer that for you. No, you cannot.
Is that necessary? Do we really need someone in charge?
Yes, it is, but it shouldn't affect you all that much. I'm not going to go on a power trip or anything crazy.
No.
Trust me. I just don't want the site to fall into chaos. I'm working entirely out of Professor Boyle's playbook.
Did you see what happened to Professor Boyle?
I couldn't see a thing. I couldn't keep my eyes open for a second.
Did you know Professor Boyle was attacked? At least that's what the doctors think.
Who told you that?
He did.
Don't worry. He's probably just all turned around from the injury. There's nothing to worry about here.
What's the board game in the middle of the room?
Senate! You've got to try it out. It's one of the first games humans ever played. You've got to try it. The goal is to get all of your pieces off the board first. When a token reaches the last square, it's removed from the board. To move, throw the sticks. The number of light sticks determines how many spaces you move. If all 4 sticks are dark, then you get to move 5 squares.
All right, let's do it.
I threw it too. Well, what does that mean?
You can move any of your tokens to either an empty square or a square occupied by your opponent.
Oh, I think this is just a tutorial play.
If you throw a 1, 4, or 5, move a token and then throw the sticks again. If no moves are available, the player skips their turn. I rolled a 3, so I'll move my token 3 spaces. If you land on an opponent, you swap places, sending your opponent's token back to your token starting position. If an opponent has 2 or more tokens in adjacent squares, then they've created a block. You can't swap places with a token in a block, but you can move over it. There are 5 special squares on the board, each with their own name and design. The square with the Ankh is a safe square, and the token on this square can't be swapped. All tokens must stop on the square with the bird, even if the throw would have moved them past it. They can move past it on their next turn. Landing on the square with the water sends that token back to the square with the Ankh. The last 2 are safe squares, so tokens can't be swapped. Let's start a game. You can go first.
Haha. Let me just look at this one more time. Ah, okay, got it.
Look out!
Oh, Lord.
Look out! Hey!
No fair!
Ha! Hey!
Back to where you came from.
Sorry if I'm being kind of quiet. I'm just like, I'm really laser focused.
No fair. I'm sending you back.
You saucy minx. Alright.
Rats.
Are we good? What in the world? Hello? Yes, okay. I don't know what has been going on with the... I don't know. Okay. Like, what? Can I...
Can't do that.
Okay, I can't do that. I didn't think so.
No fair.
What do you mean, no fair? I'm playing by
Hey.
the... Oh, so you did it right back to me, did you? I see what you're doing. You're parking. That's exactly what you're doing. Okay.
Ha!
Okay.
Bad news for you.
Ha!
I was gonna say, I don't know why they're just parked there. That's so weird. Okay.
Ha!
I'm sending you back.
Hmm?
That's cold, Lily. Ha! Look out!
No fair.
Why would...
That's cold, Lily.
Really? I'm just gonna get a bunch of ones? I was gonna say, move your piece so I can land there. Thank you.
Look out!
Oh, that was huge. Please do not roll a 1 here. Because if I roll a 1... Oh, praise God. My goodness. Come on now.
Oh,
Yes! Woo! Awesome, okay. Let's save. Yeah, we'll just call it Tomb, that's fine. Okay, so we need to check.
Stay out of there!
Yes, ma'am.
Whoa, you cannot go back there.
I'm looking for Professor
Finally.
Boyle's notes.
His notes are off limits.
He wants me to have them. Call him if you don't believe me.
I will. Trust me.
I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Listen, Lily, you're trying to act like a badass, okay? Listen, I can do what I want. Beach Hill Museum. Oh! Yeah, that's from... So in the Nancy Drew and the Scarlet Hand game, you actually are an intern at this museum. It's a really fun one. I have that one too. It has to do with Maya. Yes, with the Mayan. Pretty interesting. John Boyle, Professor of Archaeology, Kingston University, New York. Dear John, I heard at the recent Paris and Williams Archaeological Gala that you are still looking for the perfect applicant to round out your team for your upcoming dig in Egypt. I am writing to recommend Nancy Drew as a candidate for consideration. Nancy worked for us as a deputy curator at Beach Hill Museum, where her observational skills and attention to detail provided an invaluable contribution to the successful opening of our exhibition, Finding the Maya, A Lost Civilization Speaks. I am confident that you would be as pleased with Nancy's work as we were. Her deductive reasoning, perseverance, and intelligence are an ideal match for your team's search for answers in the desert. Feel free to contact me with any questions you may have about Nancy's exceptional talents. Regards, Franklin Rose, President. That's it? Oh, a lighter, but wait, did I get his notes? Where are his notes? Oh, they're over here. No wonder some of these hieroglyphs aren't making any sense. There are numerous locations where whole phrases are indecipherable. It says undecipherable. Okay. They all seem to be marked by the same unique symbol. Could it be the builders of this tomb created their own language? I think I may be starting to break the code. Regardless, the hieroglyphs around the tomb are giving a strong indication of a royal female presence. Could it be the Lost Queen? The partial inscription decoded from the piece removed from the main room certainly seems to say it is.
Part of John's notes are missing. That doesn't seem right.
Indeed. The tomb within, sealed behind her titles. Acknowledge them fully with no gaps from left to right, and it shall be opened according thereto. Let it be. I must track down the rest of the inscription. If I can find that, I'll be on the path to the greatest discovery since Tutankhamun. I'm just gonna say Tut from now on when we see his name. Another big clue deciphered. Okay, I can't go through his bag. Alright. The chat's doing that weird thing again where it keeps scrolling up. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's a little odd. Okay. I don't need that right now. Do I use this? No, I don't. Okay.
I should try to piece the amulet back together.
Yes, but I know... Wait, I know there's a missing piece. I think we have to find it before we can do that, right? Oh, pickaxe. A brush. Is that it? Yes. Amulets found. Goldfly, lapis baboon, bronze cow, carnelian trust duck, gold ankh, amethyst fish, emerald frog, emerald woodjat eye, gold scarab, obsidian jackal, amethyst hedgehog. Do hedgehogs live in Egypt? Yes, my phone doing it too, scrolling up. Yeah, it's only done that the past 2 days, so I don't know if it's a Twitch glitch. I didn't actually mean to make a dad joke, but here we are, it happened, so. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's an issue on Twitch's end. I don't know. Very strange. Carnelian trust antelope, obsidian hare, lapis lion, lapis hippo, carnelian monkey, gold lizard. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research about this hedgehog, because I just don't see there being hedgehogs in ancient Egypt, or in Egypt in general, but hey, maybe there were, who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Official site grid, all artifacts removed from the tomb must be labeled with the corresponding site grid number from the location where the artifacts were found. Ah, yes. That's cute! I'm guessing these are photos of family members of the developer team? I don't know, but that's kind of cute little Easter eggs. Oh, there are actual Easter eggs, literal eggs, in this game. I'm trying to remember... Oh, Strange Phenomenon Inspectors Extraterrestrial Division, SPIED, presents Farewell Earth, a survival guide for the Earth's imminent demolition. That's fun for the whole family, okay. Sunny June, that's a recurring character in the Nancy Drew universe. 16 of the universe's foremost alien experts have convened for 8 hours of consciousness-expanding lectures including Anunnaki, Fact or Fiction, Fact, Are You Alien or Ali-Out? An exploration of Anunnakian pop culture, from smooth carbon to hot fusion, the influence of Anunnakian jazz on Earth science. What? From Washington to Tesla, famous aliens in America. Don't wake the giant space baby. A beginner's guide to the next step in human evolution. I'm assuming that that is a nod to 2001: A Space Odyssey. The moon landing. Is it too late to apologize? Not the best navigators, why the Anunnaki needed the pyramids, and many more. Held over. Don't miss moderator Sunny June special repeat presentation. 4 things that you should probably know about space travel right now so that it is not an unpleasant shock later. Reserve your tickets before rapid pole reversals trigger Earth's catastrophic dissolution into its component elements. Okay. Tickets are $32. No refunds. Ticket may burn up on re-entry. Andromedans not welcome. Direct all inquiries to Strange Phenomenon Inspectors Extraterrestrial Edition. Division. 912-555-7656. I can't just call a random number? That's stupid. I want to call the number. Like, why else would you give the number if I can't call it? Fine. Fine. Ooh.
My dictionary could help translate that.
Is this the dictionary? Judged is he by the ancestors of Ra. Ancient Egyptian art from pyramids to obelisks. Oh! Oh, another real life picture. Amulets. Amulets were an indispensable part of ancient Egyptian life, worn by both the living and the dead to provide the wearer with special powers and protections. A wide variety of different shapes, materials, and colors were available, from a golden fly for military achievements to a fish for good luck. Funerary amulets played a particularly important role in burying the dead. The deceased journey to the underworld and afterlife was believed to be aided by placing various amulets between the layers of their linen wrappings. Amulets are believed to confer special powers on their wearer. Thus, an amethyst monkey was a love charm, a felspar hedgehog symbolized rebirth, and a basalt baboon imparted wisdom. Yes. One of the most commonly used amulets was in the shape of a scarab. As the sacred animal of the god Khepri, the scarab embodied his same powers, most notably rebirth. Other amulets in the animal form of a god or goddess also imbued similar powers as their full human or animal-headed human counterparts. Regular animals not attached to a god held their own powers based on their behavior in the natural world. A hare, given its ability to survive in the unforgiving desert, symbolized regeneration. Regenerative powers were also attached to animals like the hippopotamus that lived in the renewing waters of the Nile, the lizard with its ability to regrow a lost tail, and the baby frogs that would magically appear after a flood. Funerary amulets offered even more choices, depictions of the son of Horus, the animals Hapi, Duamutef, and Quebesenuef, and the human Mseti gave protection over the embalmed organs of both canopic jars and amulets. Food offerings in the form of trussed and tied animals and birds provided meals for the deceased in the afterlife. Headrests and depictions of clothing allowed the deceased to bring their possessions with them. Wajat. Smell, sight, thought, hearing, taste, touch, Archaeologist's Corner. According to myth, the Eye of Horus represents the eye Horus lost in battle to Seth. Thoth magically restored Horus's eye, who in turn offered the restored eye to his dead father Osiris. Osiris ate the eye and returned to life. The Eye of Horus then became a symbol of health and life. It was also used as a measuring system. The ancient Egyptians assigned a mathematical fraction and a sense to each section of the eye. Okay. Ooh, flashlight. Excellent. Is that it from here? Oh!
This looks like a map of the site.
Yep. Oh, we get to take that. Excellent. But wait, why do... I don't really remember using it, but cool. I'm glad to know we've got that. Alright. Wait. Which way do... Oh, there we go. Do I look at this? No. Okay. Let's save. Yes, I want to overwrite the save, please. This, oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but it would be a dream to go to Egypt. Would be, I would never want to leave. I would just want to live there all the time. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Let's see, that's literally all I need from this entire table of stuff? Ah!
You are still here, darling.
Darling.
Oh, you couldn't drag me away. But if you don't mind, I prefer Nancy.
I prefer the distinguished Dr. Raccoon. It appears neither of us is going to get what we want. So I must know, are you very brave or just very stupid?
I'm not afraid of a curse, if that's what you're getting at.
It is, but you still haven't answered my question.
If there really is a curse and I'm ignoring it, then I guess you could say I'm pretty stupid.
No stupid person has ever uttered that phrase. I've met many stupid people. As a group, they do not self-identify reliably. I see I must keep an eye on you.
What do you think about Professor Boyle?
He's lucky to be alive. It's a good thing professors have such thick skulls.
Did you two get along?
Get along? I know him. I respect his work.
Were you okay with Professor Boyle working the site with you?
No.
Why not?
When you are the best, like I am the best, No one else can ever help. No, they only get in your way.
But Professor Boyle is one of the best archaeologists working today. He wouldn't be getting in your way.
One of the best? Pfft, I am the best. That's why this site is mine.
Full of himself much? My gosh.
What's going to happen now that there's been a major injury?
Usually it means we are going to be shut down. So now, we work fast.
Professor Boyle was supposedly injured by a lightning strike, but the medical reports state that he was struck in the head with a blunt instrument.
No, that can't be.
That's what he said.
This is serious.
I know. Someone attacked him.
Do not be so hasty. We don't know what happened. But it's best you be careful anyway.
I think Professor Boyle was attacked.
Do you have any evidence?
No, it's just a guess. If I'm wrong and it's an accident, then no harm done. If I just assume it was an accident and let his attacker get away with it, who knows who will get hurt next?
You are very shrewd.
That's right. Don't you forget it, sir.
What are you working on?
This mural here. There is something very important hidden in this wall. I don't know if I can decode it in time.
Can I give it a shot?
No. You want to try the other mural up top? Yeah, sure.
I need a few tips for reading the hieroglyphs.
A few tips? Yes, that's how I learned to read hieroglyphs. At first, they were inscrutable and mysterious, but then I got some tips. Just go look in your books.
That, admittedly, that was kind of a silly question for Nancy to ask. Like, reading hieroglyphs takes a lot of study. And I'd just be like, can I just get some random tips? Like, what does that even mean?
Have you made progress? Did you find anything to say whose tomb this is?
I wish I could say we found the lost queen, but I don't know for sure yet. The answer is here. We may find the mummy, but if we do not crack this before they come to shut us down, we may never know who we have found.
Do you have any idea what that inscription means?
Look at the hieroglyphs. They are not supposed to be riddles, and I still grappled with them, sometimes for years. The actual riddles, forget it. That's why I am here, staring at this wall. I cannot think if I am not working.
Okay.
What do you know about Lily?
I've seen many like her.
What does that mean?
Ambitious, young, smart. The ones like that, they achieve. Or they flame out in a big...
That seems... dramatic.
The world moves on the back of dramatic lives. I do not think this is a good thing. Lily, she is like a spinning top. She stands straight, but the slightest nudge, she will go ping, flying off in a crazy direction. I do not trust her.
Then why did you choose her to be part of the dig?
Right?
Someone I fully trust would never be able to surprise me.
Fair. Fair.
I still don't understand why you would want Lily to work with you.
She is smart, and her downfall is being too ambitious. She is so much like me, I'd be a hypocrite to not like her.
And because you like yourself so much. Yes.
I'll catch you later.
See you later.
Okay. Okay. Let's go exploring. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I think this is one that we get to translate here.
That jackal symbol is at the beginning and end of this passage. There must be something special about it.
Yep, so let's go ahead and click it. Okay, so I'm gonna guess this is D, because that looks like that would be and. Let's see, 3. Okay, I bet this is the. Nope, not R, E. L I U O S C G P W. What have I? Y.
Looks like I need to find out who the 4 sons of Horus were.
Come ye hither, gods, in the train of Horus, and let the steps ascend. We are the 4 of Horus. I am the air that sweeps up the Nile. I am the hunter who faces to greet the new day. I am Imseti, protector of the south. I am the cry that soars towards the setting sun. Together we the gods in the train of Horus guard the corners. I know we just read that, didn't we? About the... Oh, we write everything down. Oh, that's good. Which book? Wasn't it in one of these books? Ah, yes. The Sons of Horus. Happy, Dwemutef, and Senueth, and Imseti. Ah, okay.
It looks like the red scarab is missing.
Okay, good, because I know what this puzzle is, and I'm good for now. Okay. Oh yeah, so this is such an interesting hieroglyph. One of these exists in real life. I don't remember where, but it looks like a giant light bulb. I mean, look at that. And this is pretty accurate to what the actual one looks like. So, interesting idea about certain technology
My dictionary could help translate that.
the Egyptians may have had. And the coming forth of my soul to walk about every place it pleaseth. Okay. Oh, I thought that was like a hole.
These must be the Queen's titles John mentioned in his notes. It looks like a hieroglyph appears in the bottom row when the column contains only one type of hieroglyph. I need to rearrange the pieces so the bottom reveals the hidden message.
Yes, indeed. Now... Okay. This one takes a while. So process of elimination helps. So this one's permanent. Perfect. So we know these can't be at the end. One of these two has to be at the end. And only one of these can be at the beginning. Okay. I want to say it's this. Oh, right. Oh, I've almost got it. Oh. Darn. Okay. Ah. Music, yeah. The music in this game is really nice. Dang it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I feel like it doesn't usually take me this long to get this. Dang. Okay. Oh, I'm back to the exact same problem I had before, where it's just one. Oh, no. Just one is off. Again. Maybe this isn't the first one. Maybe it's one of these. No, it can't be because that blocks this completely off, doesn't it? So does this. That's why it has to be this. Because otherwise, I need to sleep. See ya. Okay, have a great night, Frozen Cassock. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna be off tomorrow, so Monday, if you would like to. Okay. So let's see. No, can't be that. Can be that. Could be this. same problem I ran into before. You're the problem child. Okay. It all lines up. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be like this, right? Because otherwise... I'm not understanding. This should be perfect. But it's not. What is the problem here? Everything is matched up, but this. Let's see. This is bothering me. Usually I get this right away. I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time with it. First and third bars all the way to the left. The bottom bars all the way to the right. The second bar is 2 from the right. Okay. And the fourth bar is 1 from the right. Oh Lord, I just realized I have my right and my left mixed up. The first and third are all the way to the left. The bottom bar is all the way to the right. Goodness. The second bar is 2 from the right. And the fourth bar is 1 from the right.
That's it! Now if I only knew what it meant.
That's too funny. Okay. Goodness gracious. There we go. Okay.
It's still sealed.
Well, looky there.
Oops. It's too dark. I need to find something to light the way.
Yes, Nancy.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
I think we found the tomb.
I've got to see this myself.
Brilliant!
Who is that? It's magnificent.
What is this? Look at the hieroglyphs. There is something very important here.
It's the curse.
Everyone get out of here.
Oh, if I can just get this light to turn back on.
Now!
Hello.
Do you think there's something to this curse?
I've studied curses, so look. Don't make me say it.
Say what?
Yes, I do. Even reading about curses gives me the creeps.
Why are you reading about curses if they give you the creeps?
I know, it's weird. It's like if I can learn everything about curses, then maybe they won't have any control over me. I can tell that you probably don't believe in curses, so please don't make fun of me.
I'm not.
Sorry, I'm just a bit worked up. I'm probably just being oversensitive. You're too calm. Do you know how effective curses are? They are deadly 76.42% of the time. You know what else has that fatality rating? Whitewater rafting with a hungry bear, who also has the bird flu and he's holding dynamite.
What did you think about being there to finally open the tomb?
I don't know what to think. When I was near it, it just felt... No, it's stupid.
What?
Something was in that room with me. Whatever it wasn't human. At least not anymore. Don't go in there.
What do you think of Abdullah?
Say what you want about how he behaves. He's earned it.
I've heard the opposite.
I've studied his career. He's a bit of a jerk, but let's face it, when you think of archaeology, you think of him. He's the best. A decade of dedicated study.
Okay, I guess you have a point.
Thanks. It just bothers me when people are critical of him. He's sort of a hero of mine.
What's that book?
Curses of the World, the compendium of cruel curses and curious casualties. It does have a lot of C's.
That doesn't seem like light reading.
I was originally going to go into paleontology, but no, I changed my mind freshman year. Why did no one tell me about how creepy curses are when I switched majors? Dinosaurs were bad news back in the day, but now, totally safe. Mummies, on the other hand, I make poor life choices.
Curses aren't real. You'll be fine.
No more taunting the curse, at least not around me. I'm too young to die out here. I have things to do. I'm still in school. I haven't even started my life yet. I'm not tempting fate here, Nancy. I refuse.
Okay, I can respect that. See ya.
See ya.
Okay, let's go ahead and save. I think I am going to call it for the night. Thank you so much to everyone who came and who is here. I am off on Sunday, so I will be back Monday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And as I say at the end of every stream, God bless. If you want to do something creative, stream, art, or whatever it is in your life that you have a dream for and that you're passionate about, just start. Do it afraid. Most of us feel that way. It's totally normal. It's okay. And I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Bye.